車も
ぶっかけ3つで。
リカフンツ天かすは
あ、
いらない
いるっきりで。
入れて
ごめんね、英語ようわかる。
英語ちょっと。
ちょっとわかる。あのね、この前、まあ、冗談になるけどね、40と14とね、言い方をね、ちょっと間違えたと思うよ。橋の上でね、会員さんに話してる。40と40かな。
14が14で、40が40。
40って言うたら14って言うたら。何かしたら
大丈夫
俺忘れてるんよ私。
大丈夫大丈夫。
いや私の娘がね、40年前に40年前って14年前にね、オーストラリアでお世話にそういう橋の上ではったからね、40って言った時にちょっとんとしてやったけどね、
そんな前で大丈夫大丈夫。
面白い笑い話。
ムツオはムツオなんですよね。ムツオはね、パーソナリティ近くにいすぎるとあんまり逆に性格とかわからんくなってくるんだよな。どんな人ですかって言われてもな。でもまあすげえいいやつだし、まあ入れ墨のことすごい真剣に考えてて。ムツオは、入れ墨は10年で、多分うちのショップに多分12年ぐらいいてるみたいです。いつも近くにいてるやつだよ、仲間だよ。
stand up first。スケール多いからな。
そうこっちじゃ大事な
そう。外国人も毛が細いけど多い。
I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'd love to go work at Three Tides. You know, they're a world famous shop. It's got great artists. It's going to go down in history as one of those legendary shops. I tattooed at Three Tides several times. I went out there for the first time with Juan Puente after they had the 1999 first tattoo convention in Tokyo. The first Tokyo convention in 1999, that was a pretty groundbreaking thing, especially for Japan, because in Japan, tattooing is not as open. There wasn't at that time too much communication between artists. Well, it was known that there was going to be a really big international convention there. That was a really big move. When so many foreigners came over to Japan and a lot of people wanted to stay, so a lot of the tattooers were invited to work at different shops, and I got invited to work at Three Tides. When I went there the first time, it was Horitomo. He was Washo then. Mutsuo was an apprentice. He hadn't started tattooing yet. You know, I had tattooed Washo in 1991 in Philadelphia. He didn't speak any English yet. He came up to me and he asked me if I would tattoo a monster on him. And that was basically the only thing he could say. He's a mind-blowing artist. You know, he's one of my favorites. I think he's probably one of the best in the world. Masa, he doesn't tattoo, but he is really good at running a shop. It's a little bit strange for a tattoo artist to work at a shop where the owner isn't a tattoo artist, but I think in Three Tides it really works. He loves tattooing, and I think he wanted to elevate the art. Three Tides was one of the first Western style shop in Osaka. It wasn't a street level shop, it had like a little sign, and it was in an alley. So I mean, that was about as like out in the open a shop has ever been in Japan.
最初の多分お店の目的がやっぱりこう和尚もマサもすごくこうアメリカのそういうストリートショップとかいっぱいその当時以前からいっぱい見て、いつか日本でこういうショップも日本でできればいいよねって思ってお店をオープンしたから、みんなすごくその中でタトゥーのシーンが広がるようにって大阪で広がるようにと思ってみんなやってたと思うから、まあそれもあってこんだけまあポピュラーっていうか、まあ 人気が出たんじゃないかなと思うんだけど、これ俺ね、あちゃうわ、これそれ広し、それ俺ね、それか、それ俺。
だから1999年にムツオがこのスリータイズに入ってきたのかな、入ってきた。全く入れ墨全然できない時から知ってるからな。外で見てたんだよ、このショップができていくの。でとにかくその和尚堀友のお客さんだったんだよ、ムツオは。
でも入れるって決めてからはそうだな、そんなに経って1ヶ月ぐらいかな。罪悪感はその時は正直本当に罪悪感はなかった。ただ単純にもうかっこいいと思って入れたから。いやその時はまだそんなに明確にタトゥーイストになろうとは思ってなくて、ただこうタトゥーに関わる仕事をなんかできたらなと思ってたかな。こうクロージングショップで働いてたんだけど、毎日そこのショップの仕事が終わってからここにちょっと見学来たりとか、ちょっと掃除の手伝いとかしに来てた。マサも、堀友もなんかあいつ堀師になりたいんじゃないのっていうのはみんな多分分かってたと思う。だからちゃんと手伝ってみるかって声をかけてもらって、そこから2つ返事で「はい」って言って、もうここにすぐもうクロージングショップの仕事を辞めてすぐここに来た。本当にアポランティスで入った時もほとんど知識がなくて、資料とかもまだ多分その当時は少なかったと思うし、海外の雑誌を見たりとかみんなやってる仕事とかを見て、自分でこうやっていろいろこう調べたりとかしていったり質問していくうちに、自分の中でもちょっとずつだけどその時に知識が、養われていったと思う。
ムツオはだからもうその師匠が誰とか先生が誰って一人に絞れないな。今までスリータイズに来た、スリータイズを通り過ぎていった人たちも全員が先生なんじゃない、ムツオは。うちにゲストに来てたりとか、あとはうちに在籍してたいろんな彫り師たちからムツオは学んだよ。
僕のやっぱりこう一番重要な存在なのは、クリス・トレビノとか、エイドリアン・リーとかアナログ・クルーとかはみんなすごく、先生でありフレンドであり、クリス・ガーバーなんかは、1年間ここでレギュラーアーティストとして働いていろんな道を開いてくれたのもクリス・トレビノやったし。
Yeah, I think there was quite a few foreign artists that went there. I know Running Bear went there, Charlie Roberts. Well, they learned firsthand how American tattooers act. You know, they had so many coming out. I had a great time. All those guys at Three Tides are super cool dudes, and I used to make them get drunk. They get really red. When I was at Three Tides, I was drinking more alcohol than I ever have in my life, and I was probably getting like really crazy and belligerent. Mutsu always took it so good, no matter how much I was like, get him in a headlock and give him noogies and stuff. You know, he would always be cool the next day. He would never be like, Garber, you're an asshole. I think Mutsu, he's just like a super nice dude, you know. He's quiet, he's driven. I think that's one of the things I admire about him is he's just persistent, you know. When he started off, he wasn't great at drawing, but whenever somebody wasn't telling him to clean this, break that down, he would be drawing all day long. He didn't really ask for anything, but I think everybody willingly would critique his, everybody critiqued his stuff. The way he came across, the way he was, it made you want to help him. Like you could tell that he was going to be a good tattoo artist, he wasn't going to give up. By the time I left, he started tattooing and he picked it up so fast.
その中でもやっぱりクリス・トレビノと過ごした時間っていうのがすごく一番多分彫師の中では彼と過ごした時間が一番長くて、クリス・トレビノなんかは昔丸々1ヶ月来てた時期もあって、1ヶ月こっち2ヶ月アメリカ1ヶ月こっちっていう そういうスケジュールを組んでた時もあるから。
Chris Trevino, he just does really epic tattoos, you know, like he would put so much of his energy into every piece. There would be a million outlines. The shop didn't open until noon, but he would go in and open up he would go in there at 9 o'clock. I think Mutsu had to let him in. He was a huge influence on Mutsu. You know, he definitely put a lot of teaching into him. You know, I think as far as like how many good artists there, you know, I think Mutsu, I don't even know if at the time he realized that he was in the perfect spot at the right time. You know, a lot of the other guys, I was surprised that I don't think they knew that they had that great opportunity, but he's the one that actually, you know, stuck it out.
何よりも僕は多分おそらくいろんな人からいろんなものを教えてもらったと思ってすごくみんなに感謝してて、本当にラッキーだと思う。ラッキーすぎて多分それがなければ多分今の自分はないし。
はい、お疲れ様でした。
オッケーです、オッケーです。
The last time I went to Japan, I went down to Osaka just to see those guys, and a lot of things are different, but a lot of things are still the same. I got artwork from everybody that's worked there, you know. Got like my old paintings. I'm like, oh, maybe I should send them some new ones, you know. I asked Mutsu to tattoo me, and he was super stoked about it. He tattooed this frog on my wrist. It's like kind of smoking. It's got the Three Tides logo on there. I could see it. It was like, whoa, the apprentice came back, you know, in his hand. I was like, kind of like, oh, Gaba-san. You know, he tattooed me. It was awesome, though. I got like tons of pictures of that.
あかん。最近大阪の市長が言い出してるのは公務員はタトゥーダメって言ってる。望んでることだけ言うとそういうのが偏見がなくなればいいなと思う。